Yo, what's up everybody? So today I'm going to be showcasing this game. It's called Frontier Path of Shadows. So the devs tout this as being a XCOM-esque Final Fantasy type of game. So I'm interested to see what this game is all about and check it out. And I want you guys to let me know how you feel at the end of the video here. So we're going to click on new game here. We're going to skip the tutorial because I already played through the tutorial. All right, so the job couldn't have been simpler. Pick up the package, haul it halfway across the Ecumene, which, by the way, what's cool is that you can, put your mouse over and highlight it, what's talked about here. So the region of the human settlement, sneak it to the right place, get paid, no questions asked. That's it. All right. But I had a gut feeling it was too early to look for a new job. Turns out I was right. A trio of mercs is waiting for me at the entrance to a seedy bar named Stel Porco. Things happen fast. In mere minutes, I was crashing back first into automatic doors in an attempt to dodge a shot. They screeched open, and I went right inside and flat on my back. Not good. Let's just hope that the client's already here. Alice contact. We're off. Plan. A plasma bolt scorched the metal floor. I barely managed to roll aside, scrambled up, drew my gun, fired back, but the Doug who stepped inside first ducked in just in time. Bastard. Back off. The delivery's mine. Assigned for her. I glanced back. A woman with a Centaurian implant on her temple held a ridiculously oversized engineering rifle. Trained on the Doug, his plasma pistol was no match for it. So this is a cyber implant, electronic and mechanical devices implanted into the human body, from prosthetics and built-in weapons to direct neural interfaces. And then, of course, a rifle here, which is a heavy plasma weapon. And then we have a plasma pistol. That's more like it. More guns means fewer problems. People get cooperative real fast. You got no business being here, guys. Get lost before it's too late. Nah, I'll buy a drink for whoever shoots the curious face off. All right, to battle. So you got to defeat all the enemies here. So in a sense, y'all, like, it does play like XCOM in a sense. It's more of like it is more of a grid experience. So like, as you guys see here, like, so these like circles here are where you can like go and go where you can move your soldiers and stuff, right? And there's like a barrel behind here. It basically means that it's defensive, so you'll get more defense out of it. This guy here, he has a ranged attack, and also he has a melee attack. So, of course, the closer that you get, if I recall the circle, let's call this a circle of influence, right? So let's see if I move him here, right? We get the ranged attack right here. But as you see here, I did 0 damage, and then I can run up to him, do some melee damage, and that forces him to another tile. And then I can take another shot again. There we go. So they do get some extra defense while hiding behind there. And so that will be the end of his turn. But what I also could do, though, is that I can sit here and crouch. Now, as you see here, she gets a rifle. Okay. Nice shot. And she also gets a melee as well, so she did no damage, but we got a 30% off that. Oof. Okay, no damage. Okay. Ooh, it's not looking good so far already. Yeah, that works out. Like, again, though, it's not looking good already, so, which AP we have? 2 AP, so. All right, that's some good damage here. So with her, nice shot. Not bad damage. Okay, good stuff. I mean, the victory music does sound very Final Fantasy-esque. I will say that. All right, after searching the bodies, I got back on my feet. This was a rule of mine. After a fight, always check your gear, and whenever possible, upgrade it with some freebies from the dead. So, this is it right here. So let's see. I mean, this is for so right here. This is our weight, right? How much you can basically carry on your character. So on our belt right now, we have 2 grenades, and then we have a med kit. And then with her, there's nothing like, as you see here, there's nothing from like our team inventory so far. So nothing too special. He gets a vibroblade, and also, of course, you know, as you see the pistol, while she gets a rifle and her fist from melee. So not a lot of choices here. So Alice did the same. And then she walked over to the bar, dropped a handful of rare earth credits she found on the counter. The bartender gave a forced smirk. You're a good shot, Courier. Well done. We'll give her a praise. You're not half bad yourself. Thanks for covering. Let's move. Alice nodded and headed for the door. Once outside, we quickly slipped into the service hallways. I knew you would end up getting tailed. When did the trouble start? Well, at least I managed to get off the galleon just fine. The galleon's are probably a ship. It's a massive FSS merchant ship, up to 30 kilometers long, larger than any warship. The flashback here. I never seen lines like the one at the Federation arrival gate. It was like they were evacuating the whole system into the Epsilon sector. So we're gonna take a close look at the passenger, because this is a flashback, by the way. The tourist puzzled me the most. What was the appeal? Spending months traveling from the old world just to end up in this hole and huddled around a tour guide while nervously hiding their fat wallets from the frontier. So the old world is the same as the inner sphere, or sometimes the Federation in the solar system. A free colonist like me wouldn't get it. As far as I was concerned, there was nothing worth seeing. Same mess of people and cargo as Earth orbit, just more Zeers and meaner faces all around. So large bio-modified felines. Disembark. I had no desire to linger at the Umbros, I think that's how you call it. Umbros, a transit station. Spaceport. I need to get my bearings fast. Where was this Alice supposed to be? Waiting for me. I learned that Stel Porco was on level B13 in the gray zone, but that was all info available on the public map. So the slums, home to the unfortunate and place of interest for those drawn to underground bars, black markets, and illegal flop houses. So we're gonna ask the locals. You know, she's like, shit. What? I would have grown old looking for the damn bar without any direction. That's not what I mean. Look, my map shows a straight passage here. In reality, it's a fork. I'm gonna keep calm. Did they rebuild the station? Do we need a new map? Yeah, the network terminal to download it. So we're gonna look for the network terminal. We got lucky soon enough. Just turn around the corner and there it was. A wall-mounted box with a tangle of multicolored cables spilling out. Alice got to work straight away. I'd kill the local electricians. You let go of the wire just for a little bit. Yeah, the contact's gone. Take the tablet, connect to the data, archive, and download. She didn't get to finish. I shoved her, knocking her to the ground. A second later, a plasma bolt slammed into the wall above our heads. Heated metal hissed and ran down the molten streaks. Alice growled. Bastards, they caught up. It's fine. I'll make sure they back off for good. So 3 enemies here. Oh, let's see. Manage equipment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really managed right now. All right, let's see what we're working with here. So we do get we got a frag grenade, we got a high explosive grenade. Destroy all objects in it, remove all related bonuses and actions. I will say that is a funny ass animation. All right, let's fire. 70% chance. Wow. Wow, embarrassing. Come on now. There we go. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, we're gonna get hit by this. He has to move, right? Yep. Whoa, what happened there? That was weird. Okay. Like, did she just like have a heart attack? Like, dead ass though? Did she like literally have a heart attack or some shit? All right, let's move him here. He gets a defensive bonus. I mean, it was low-key my fault for not moving her, but like, still, I'm still kind of questioning, like, what the fuck just happened there? I mean, it was kind of funny. No, so okay, she gets aim. Okay, yeah, we're gonna turn. That's cool. Oh, okay. I see. I see. That should be in, right? We're cooked, right? Okay, reanimation. Okay, cool. We're gonna move back here. It's interesting that. Wow. Okay. I was gonna say, it's interesting about the percentages of damages here, where it feels like, okay, there we go. I don't know. That was a crit, I guess. I don't know. It felt like at 70% chance. I mean, you're doing 0 damage. I don't know. I'm trying to. I gotta look at the damages, see how this damages work and stuff. You know. All right. Well, the courier, I owe you one. Your reflex is impressive. Where do you? They teach you. See. Well, I guess we'll tell the truth. In the army, and they don't so much teach it as. Yet, duck a moment too late, and you're dead. Exactly. On the bright side, so the survivors are jumpy as hell. That's a win-win. She let you out of a good natured snort. Then pointed at my tablet, like you know what to do, and dove back into the network terminal. All right, so this is the codex here. The codex will basically let us know like what's what in the game. You know, let us know a little bit of lore. You know, give us an idea. So it's pretty cool. Finally, we know where we are. We got far enough, about halfway there now. So, where were we? Anyways, I think it was part where you were going to ask around. So you're listening, huh? Right. So, in the gray zone, no one likes answering questions, even the most harmless ones, except those who do it for a living. Merchants, bartenders, melancholic drunks. Those were my people. I might have said that wrong, but forgive me. After going through a few markets, tragic life stories, and more than a few drinks, I got lucky. Some plastic chick stumbled into me just to warn me that I should never set foot in the bar called Stel Porco, swarming with con man. So as where exactly I shouldn't go, and soon enough I found myself at a platform with a battered airlock marked by a holographic pig with a jetpack hovering above it. Look around, and everything would have been peachy if not for the 3 big grim-looking guys loitering by the entrance. So they had Jay, we're about to ruin your day, written all over your face. Let's go ahead and wait and hide. I need a moment to gather my thoughts. I slipped around the corner and froze, keeping the group in sight. Who hired them? Alice. To avoid paying? But why take out the courier without even checking the cargo? And in a crowded place too. No, if they're waiting here, there's nothing else they can do. All they know is the time and the place to meet. And the only person who ventured into the bar past them is someone who really needs to be there, like a courier. What was I carrying around all this time? Did they sit 3 thugs to take it from me? Maybe they already taken care of Alice. So, if so, was there any point in keeping it a secret? I shrugged the backpack off my shoulder, opening the package, or even asking what's inside goes against the code. Any smuggler will tell you. So, but shouldn't I at least know what I'm risking my life, my neck here for? Yeah, let's open it. I noticed Alice tense up as she listened to my story. Yeah, she really didn't need to know about that decision or anything that happened next. How easily can the container open? The electronic locks, no mechanical ones. What the crystal looked like? A deep purple shard, shimmering as if a cradle of stars were hidden within. How instead of bulkheads around, I suddenly saw swirling clouds of opalescent mist and towering arches of vast dark hall. How I reached for my weapon and I felt nothing more, not even my own body. Where the hell did it go? Oh, wow. I heard a voice, Captain Palgar. A figure appeared in the mist, unfamiliar, like someone turning around after being called. A second later, the silhouette flared. The ship drifted out of the fog. The greenish sheen of a sleek hull, a powerful gray sail. Enough. I snapped my eyes shut. Stop. Go back. Inhale. Exhale. Focus on the senses. Return to reality. Its images, sounds, smells. The market nearby smelled of synthetic pineapple. Blood of trickling from my nose over my upper lip. Heavy footsteps were echoing on metal. The crystal shimmer broke down into a clear, familiar spectrum. So white, initiative, spontaneous potential, and growth paradox, unpredictability. Red is strength, power, aggression, and fury, assertiveness, and pressure. Green is precision, accuracy, calmness, and persuasiveness, calculation, and control. And then blue is sociability, openness, diplomacy, and influence, politeness, and cunning. Interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing I don't do anything with it. I mean, I see the tree, though. I see the tree, so. There's a guy's package, the package, too. They barely dodged aside, avoiding the viper blade, aimed at my ribs. Damn, it's pirates. Against gear like that, my revolver might not be enough. You assholes. No hello, no nothing. Okay. Okay, so we have reputation here. We got the crystal, we got reputation. And so far, the amulet raiders, we are, I guess this is bad reputation, -5. So, yeah. All right, I ducked away from a blow of a car behind, and bolted towards the bar. A key survival is knowing your odds. 3 of them with fancy weapons is too much. If I get lucky, the client covers me. And that's it. You already know that. Alice suddenly shushed and raised a finger to her lips. I froze, staring into the darkness. Hell knows what she spotted. They're waiting for us. Several figures turned into the side corridor. Maybe just text? How would anybody track us out here in the middle of nowhere? Easy. They flagged us when we entered the system. Damn it. How did I not think of that? Old officials can't even set up proper scrambler, let alone protocol protection. Fascinating, but is there another way out of here? No, we'll have to fight through. We're gonna stay serious. I slowly drew my revolver, checked the charge level, and pulled my jacket tight so it wouldn't get in the way. Then I nodded and nodded to Alice. She nodded back. To battle. All right, so this battle here, we have no equipment. So as you guys see here, each battle you run out of equipment. So it's gonna be quite interesting. All right, so oops, let's continue this here. Oop, there we go. Yeah, okay. I'll just how do I cancel that action? There we go. Okay, B, calm down. Shit. Okay. Let's go ahead and crouch. Okay, that was hot. Okay, so from my understanding is this. The devs, y'all need to put in the top, both heroes need to survive and get to the gate, not just break through the gate. Because if you get there with one character, you're basically wasting time. Like, yeah. Okay, looks like we shook him off. I stopped breathing hard, and I looked around, and we were on the dock level near docking terminal. Alice had led us to the hangar by a roundabout. Smart settling up on her ship would be the safest option. Alice waved me over and confidently headed towards the nearest Corvette. Scrawled across this metal hull in a bold hand was a Simurgh. I let out a low whistle. Fast little bird indeed. Ships like that are usually flown by patrols, not free adventurers. I'm not mixing things up, am I? All right, so this is a Corvette here. Gives us a little. All right, so nice ship, beat up, but solid. Might slip past an entire fleet if Navigator knows what they're doing. He doesn't. You're about to meet him. Go to the ship. There really was a sturdy-looking guy waiting for us in the cargo bay. He gave Alice a joking salute, then looked me over with a careful, appraising eye. Hey, Skipper, we got a passenger? No, this is our courier from the Inner Spirit. Meet Jay. This is Rob. Rob here does a bit of everything, same as me. Really a two-person crew kind of demands it. Okay? Well, hey there, you both look pretty banged up. Something happened? You could say that. Since nobody's shooting at us right now, I suggest we take care of business. Alice nodded expectantly, clearly waiting for me to show the cargo. I took off my backpack and felt around the hidden pocket for the damn container. Or maybe I should check, see if she got credits first. Maybe I should be like, oh, let's just show the cargo. Handing the container to Alice, she took it carefully with reverence of an archaeological uncovering something ancient, fragile, and priceless. So she even held her breath. She then ran a finger along the lid. The implant on her temple flickered, probably feeding data from a sensor on her hand straight into her brain. Right, even out of lock, she could tell it had been open. The next moment, her face twisted with fury. Rob, watching her every move, shoot me a dark glance. So what did you do? He opened the container. That's what, for hell's sake. Idiot, first time hauling cargo, do you even use your brain or just your ass? Alice, easy, Jay. This is very bad. The container was sealed for a reason. The thing inside could have activated, and then it did activate. I barely saw the glowing thing inside, and boom, I was gone. I wasn't just hallucinations, but that thing messed with my head like it was alive. Damn Xenotech. Alice and Rob exchanged a glance, and Alice slowly exhaled, lowering her shoulders. Khan warned me this could happen. Interesting coincidence. Demand an explanation. Coincidence? Listen, what's going on? What is this crystal? I screwed up. I admit, but the idea of becoming food for a brain parasite doesn't sit well with me. Rob and I, we don't know much about this, but it's not a parasite, I can tell you that. Thanks for reassuring. That's reassuring. Who does know that this con of yours? Who is he? Where is he? On Catalina. He's our friend and a Borean. I think we could introduce you. Okay? At least someone has answers. Flying to Catalina, though, wasn't exactly in my plans considering the mob bandits chasing the crystal. I need to think. But first, let's settle up. You got the cargo, so you owe me. Alice nodded. She reached in her pouch on her tactical belt and pulled out a wallet. She then glanced at Rob. He suddenly looked embarrassed. So here's the thing, Skip. Remember that right emitter? I checked it after you left. It's completely fried. Had to replace it. A buddy cut me a deal, half price, and I blew everything I had on me. Oh, hold on. Are you saying that you're trying to screw me over? Silence. Hung in the air. Alice rubbed the bridge of her nose wearily. Rob cleared his throat. Not at all. Easy, Jay. Without working emitters, we'd stuck here for good. Would have been nice if someone warned me for making expensive purchases, but I get it. Rob, Jay, we're not screwing you over. We'll pay part of the sum now and the rest later. Oh. God. Am I sure I should be dealing with you at all? Seems like the cargo has more than one interested party. Maybe whoever hired the pirates would offer better terms to pay on time. What's the negotiation without a pinch of blackmail? If they're lying and there's money there, the threat of losing the cargo might seem them to see reason. Alice clenched her fist. Rob put a hand on her shoulder. If someone hired pirates to take the cargo by force, they'll take it by force. And they won't pay. People like that don't like unnecessary expenses or witnesses. And witnesses don't bother you, I take it. Seriously, if we wanted to you dead, you wouldn't have woken up after the shootout at the bar. She said a comic without minutes. Just stating a fact. A chill ran down my spine. Khan will pay you, no delays. He's influential, he's invested in this operation too. And what exactly is his operation? Go on, tell me, I'm already neck deep in it. Ever heard of Argo, a legendary ship that exists nevertheless? But it's not the ship itself that matters, it's the tech inside. It worth a fortune, we want to find it. Her gaze was distant, like a preacher from a diadem. Looks like it wasn't just money that motivated her interest in the Argo. Curious. Come with us. You'll get your payment when we meet Khan, and who knows, maybe he'll even make you a partner. Okay, let's go. To hell with you, fine. I don't give a damn about the Argo, but I want what I earned. Catalina, it is. Go on, fire your tin can. Rod gave me a thumbs up, and Brisky climbed the ladder to the bridge. A minute later, the Corvette's heavy metal body shuddered and began to vibrate like a beast ready to leap. Alice gave a little smile, then held out the container with the crystal. Keep it for now. I'm glad we reached an agreement. You won't regret it, I promise. Hey, Skip, get up here. We got a problem. I won't regret it, huh? Alice only growled in irritation, turned on her heel, and hurried up the bridge. The hangar doors are locked. They won't open at all. Maybe they're jammed. He tapped the controller a few times. Nothing happened. Alice dropped to the chair and opened the console. Locks flickered, and her pupils rapidly replaced with error messages. It's not mechanical damage. The command isn't going through from our terminal. The automation is disabled. Someone really wants us to go outside and open the doors for the external panel. At the very moment, stirred outside, a group of thugs sneezed into the hangar and headed for the ship. Damn, Umbros. We have to fight. Okay. So choose a strategy here. Allies gain defense bonus. Allies gain range attack bonus. Allies start with 2 adrenaline points. All allies act before enemies. I mean, we have no equipment, right? Okay, hold on. What's this power cell? Range bonus. What is this condition? Consumables for a plasma gun. I mean, I'm not for sure what the point of that is yet, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, we're gonna break this one here. Yeah, she's already down on 1 HP with just one goddamn shot. That's crazy as hell. All right, so we have to move that console there. Oh, we have to activate both consoles. Okay. All right, you, sir. Before I leave, yeah, let's go ahead and activate her because she's probably going to end up dying. And it's best to go ahead and just go to both these consoles here. All right, so that uses 2 AP. Oh, any range is possible. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Stim pack, so this. Okay, I thought I was feeling like you choose enemy regardless. This enemy will be to attacking you melee. Okay, I kind of like that little game plan here. Again, I'm getting more familiar with it. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. What are we? That's all I was looking for. I probably should have moved. I probably should have moved, but all G. All right, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't bad at all. Okay, so like, okay. I mean, like I said, it wasn't too bad. All right, Uti onto the ship, open the hangar, we'll get out of here. Now that I followed Rob through, I couldn't resist slowing down a couple of times along the way and rummaged through the pirate's pockets. Just as I was taking the stylish flash with the plutonium engraving off one of the duck's belt when I clicked on it overhead, the hangar intercom. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, colleagues? This is Mr. Johnson from the Hypermind. A hologram appeared before us, a man wearing an immaculate formal suit, his gaze cold and assessing everything about his voice, from the corporate polite paraphrasing to the slight Esperanto accent, hinted that this was a Centurion addressing us. Hello, got your name ready? You got 2 minutes for your pitch. We're all busy people here. I won't take long. Mr. J, or should I address you by your last name? Or your military call sign? Order away. For a good partner, I expect nothing. Did that include fancy guns and armor? Your previous partners didn't benefit much from them, by the way. It was clear as day this was a person who hired and equipped the pack of thugs chasing us today. And now, since plan A failed, he'll smoothly move into plan B. Not all investments pay off, but that's no reason to shy away from the risk or to be stingy when it comes to paying for services. Let's see what he has to say. Which service are you so eager to pay right now? Why are you talking to him? She had already opened the gates to return angry tense and wait up. Here, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. So I was telling him, oh, sure, these two screwed up by delaying payment, but you tried to have me killed, so Sorry, pal, I'm not buying the whole carded act, no deal. Alice, let out a loud breath. Johnson fell silent for a moment, and then he smiled unpleasantly. I hear you. A pity, Mr. Jake. My competitors aren't known for great success or for a long life expectancy. Remember this, today you passed an excellent opportunity. There will be another till we meet again. The intercom cut out. Bastard didn't even let me get a word in. I turned to Alice and Rob. Yeah, I had a feeling I need to update my list of people who want me dead aboard the ship. Rob dashed to the bridge as soon as we boarded. Alice and I stayed in the mess hall. It was mostly empty but cozy, suspiciously clean. I asked where my cabin's at, so this place is spacious. Maybe there's a free cabin. There's Rob. I haven't always worked as a duo, but no one lives in our cabins for a while. They're probably dusty up. I'll ask Mocha to clean it up. Noticing my puzzled look, she explained. Mocha's our drone. I built him from an old coffee machine a couple years ago. Not exactly a Skynet model, but he can clean and still make decent cup of coffee. Coffee's nice, but in the morning, right now, I wouldn't mind lying down. All right, Alice also nodded for me to follow. A few minutes later, we were standing at the door. Something was buzzing quietly inside. When Alice pressed the handle, a high electric pitch, electronic chirp sounded, and a drone shot out of the cabin. It was as Ancient noticed that did the buzzing. The drone hovered, briefly retracting attachments that looked like former milk frothers, and drove down the corridor toward the mess hall. I stepped into the cabin. It was almost empty, just a crate bolted to the floor, and I pulled out a bunk, not a speck of dust. Settled in, a toilet and shower at the end of the corridor. If you're hungry, look at the rations in the mess hall. Right. So, on the stand, almost within reach, saw treasures that needed to air myself. When Alice and Rob crossed my path, I wasn't surprised they'd love to get ahead of me and kill me, and that meant it was time for a race. All right, so, guys, I hit the limit that we're willing to go for. So, I hope that you guys got an idea of what this game is all about. So far, I want to say that it's pretty good. Honestly, it's not too bad. I hope that the devs kind of heard a little bit of my complaints throughout the gameplay here, and kind of like make things a little bit more, I guess, more obvious and whatnot, or have even, I don't know, different damage indicators. I'm not for sure. Performance is great though. I mean, it's a simple game, not too much. You know, the battle music does give off a Final Fantasy vibe, and this game does have a XCOM-esque gameplay, so that is pretty interesting. In the future, once this game comes out, if y'all want me to continue to play through this game, you know, let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know what your thoughts are on this game. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate that. I hope that you guys had a good time. Peace out. Much love, everybody. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.